UK have reached an agreement to fight people smuggling as the number of migrants crossing the English Channel continues to rise. Deutsche Welle correspondent Chiponda Chimbelu joins us now from Berlin. Chiponda, g'day. So tell us more about this agreement.
Well, Joe, this deal aims to crack down on people smuggling in a bid to fight irregular migration. And it comes after a BBC investigation months ago linked activities in the German city of Essen to trafficking via the English Channel. And as part of this joint action plan between the UK and Germany, Berlin will also change German laws and make it easier to prosecute people smugglers. Now, engaging in activities that facilitate people smuggling outside the EU hasn't been technically illegal here in Germany. And meanwhile, more and more irregular migrants have been crossing the English Channel for the UK every year since 2021. And the former Conservative government's plan to send those who made the journey to Rwanda failed. And of course, the current ruling Labour government is trying to crack down on people smuggling as part of efforts to lower irregular migration. And that's where it's hoping for support from Germany with this action plan.
And so why do some migrants prefer crossing over the UK instead of staying on the continent?
Well, for years now, of course, more irregular migrants have been crossing the English Channel from France to the UK, and many of them come from Afghanistan, Turkey and Iran, and they want to head to England because they may already speak English, and they also may already have relatives and friends in the UK as well. And most of them are also convinced that it is much easier to find work in the UK even without a resident permit. And another deterrent, at least in France, for instance, is the process of getting political asylum, which is longer. This is why the numbers of people crossing regularly have risen. And in 2020, it was around 8,000 individuals. In 2022, it jumped to a record 45,800. Now, this year, more than 30,000 people have crossed the English Channel, and more than 70 this year alone have died trying to do so. So this joint action plan is also about putting an end to those deaths.
And so what impact is this joint action between the UK and Germany expected to have?
Well, critics are saying that these stricter measures on irregular migration might actually end up reproducing the problem they're trying to solve. And they say that people smuggling activities may rise because of the restrictions. Many European governments, of course, are also trying to fight irregular migration, and the fact that there are more restrictions across the whole continent also means that the need and demand for people smugglers will rise, and that could push the criminal activity further into the shadows rather than discouraging it. And experts also say that governments need to be working on ensuring that people are not forced to leave their home countries in the first place. So European governments and the international community may need to do more work to get to the root of the problems in the countries and regions of origin.
Okay, Chiponda Chimbelu, thanks so much for talking to us from Germany. US President Joe Biden has commuted